that I worry about as a KOG player. I learned it this the hard way.
Yeah.
I can ult the Claude, but
Claude's hands, Dexter's the one going at
true.
it.
That's logic. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final game for day 3 here at MSC Wildcards at EWC 2026. It's been nice to get in, and this is what it's come down to. KOG or A7, who will move forward to tomorrow and who will be knocked out?
Let's find out right here, right now. Level 1 already going to be extremely dangerous on the other side, and Zed unfortunately does not win out the level 1 trades, losing out his regenerate early on. Nats, at the same time, this is tough, right? Like, as a Benedetta, like, yes, I get to push first, but now that I've got Shark on my side, like, even then, it doesn't feel like I'm quote-unquote winning the lane yet.
Yeah, it's just one of those things playing against the Alice here. You know, seeing Nats on the Benedetta is very nostalgic. One of those picks for him especially.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, look at this motion.
Whoa.
Look at this movement, Nats. He forced the level 2 to get the early Litho Crab, and now on the opposite end, they've already gotten first blood just because of it onto Kzen.
So that will stall out Kzen a bit. Oh, Nats. Okay, he should eye for an eye. He's fine. He's going to go ahead and get that XP too as before he goes back to base, resets. So that bit of an exchange actually kind of stalls out Kzen in the jungle for KOG for now.
That was a really well telegraphed play coming in from A7, right? They call Shark early from the mid lane to come and help out Nats to get that first push and minimize the damage, the life loss,
yep.
And then contest for Litho Wanderer and take out Kzen at the same time. I mean, Kzen was trying to go for an invade if I was being perfectly honest, but even so, it's a good adjustment.
Yeah, good adjustment. Buys him a bit of an advantage. Nothing too crazy, you know, at this point, but that still is something. And you also know, just because of the case of like we saw from the previous game, that eventually that Matilda Barrett's combo is going to be something to deal with. So if you can go ahead and get a snowball, even if it's small, built up, that's great for Alpha 7. Off of all of this, look at this. They're going to go and get the turtle.
And now they're going to fight even more. Daytona's welcome Aura connecting onto Nats and unfortunately connects with best player. Oh, dodges! Thrown away just in case. Benedetta comes in hot with the Electro final blow. Everybody's low. He wasn't able to take him out. Everybody flickered away from it. Kzen, help somebody, anybody. Can anybody save this man? No! So close. Nile, he tried to shield him, but BP takes the kill.
Did the missiles bring him closer so that he could get the hit? I think it did. And now 33 in trouble too. Can he gleam away in time? No. Shark will pick up another.
This has got to be the best early game start for A7. Like, they've got the tempo on the strong side of the map when technically it was supposed to be weak. They were able to take Kzen down 2 times already to maintain a very solid lead for best player. At this point, invades are necessary, and look at that, immediately punishing Nile.
Oh, Nile trying to get away.
RWM as well being utilized. Oh, he just makes it out of there! Surprised that he didn't die. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was smooth by Nile. Staying alive there, good for him. They can't lose any more bodies at this point. They kind of have to reestablish themselves in the jungle. I mean, even looking at their emblem breakdown, you know, there's nothing too crazy. They're tanky enough, just like we saw from the previous game. Eventually, though, too, there's so many good interactions that KOG's lineup can allow them to have, and I think that's why the scaling of this composition is quite scary for Alpha 7. You know, I know they want to go ahead and just play that pick-off style of game with the KOG, just getting the numbers advantage, but KOG's lineup can actually get them to a point where they're just, who are you going to pick off, right? Who is going to be that target to go ahead and get? It's most likely just either Zed or Claude throughout the majority of this game.
Yeah, but I think at the very least, when we look at the opposite side at A7, it's kind of Cold World and as well as Zio who are the main damage dealers, right? Nats, yes, as much as he's kind of independent, he can kind of supplement anybody on his side, but Shark, unfortunately, the ones who can really take advantage of it is Cold World alongside with Zio when they have items. For now, Nats has got to carry them through the early stages of the game with best player 1, and hopefully that's enough. They find another Divine Judgment, and it's perfect! They managed to take out Payan early on into this fight, and now KOG just have to back away. What can you really do? BP1 immediately thrown a ruin, able to catch onto 2 members, but it's just too late. Look at the damage as they're starting to melt one by one. Even Zia can't and is laughing at the amount of puny damage KOG can throw in their faces.
People were probably asking, best player 1? Utility? Question mark? Fred Truin? Question mark? Well, right now it is working. 3-0-3 on the Fred. looking to take out 33. He can't even escape either. Man, Alpha 7 is on fire right now in Game 3. Let's take a look at the instant replay. They obliterated Payan before this. He gets the turtle. They collapse down around the real world manipulation. Look at his energy eruption, stopping Nile from escaping too. Great plays from Alpha 7 right now.
Yep, Alpha 7, right now they've got some great mechanical advantages against KOG. KOG, unfortunately, just doesn't really understand what the power spike is here, unfortunately, right? They need to wait for their power spikes. Without the item power spikes, there's no point even going for these big contests. They can wait for Turtle 2, Turtle 3 even. And usually most teams would wait for that third turtle before they, limit test themselves.
Yeah, at this point, KOG might have to wait a little bit longer because I think all across the board since the start of the game, they've dealt with trying to catch up, right? It feels like they're trying to catch their breath. They're in this marathon they didn't train for, at this point. So now, what do you do in that case? Well, they got to slow down maybe a little bit, not give these bodies up. Shark is the problem because the Kaja, even if you want to slow down, even if you want to avoid it, if the Kaja wants you, he's going to get you, man.
He's going to get you. And it doesn't help that Best Player 1 is literally able to walk into your territory and say, this ground is mine now, right?
Yeah.
He's able to take space naturally. He's got the lead to do that. And he's honestly dealing a lot more damage to Zed and Nile than they would have liked.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. See Albert pick up by Nats. Going to go ahead and help deal with a lot of that sustainability, the shields that come out from the Matilda like we saw previously. If they get caught in a petrify, the RWM, they're in trouble. Whoa, flicker forward.
Onto 2. The knockup is great, but now immediately we see the Zia dropping down. Oh, the RWM as well. The throne to ruin. Everything's been thrown underneath the sun. Cold World in trouble. Tries to get away. 33 flickers forward and trying to enable it, but unfortunately the peel might just be too good. The backline, however, Nats tries his best. Can't get Zed. KZ ends up going down. Nats is down for the count, and 33 is just trying to get on out of there. No, he walks away. Oh, the Gleam able to pull him through. And still yet, they are slippery.
What a trade. The 1-for-1, Navs had the right idea, but essentially he cut off the team from each other. But ultimately, Alpha 7 will get themselves the last turtle of the game. They secure it now, 3-3 on the turtles. I don't think they're too worried about losing Navs in that exchange. The job was done, they got it done. And that's the thing. They have to continue to build up on the snowball they're building because eventually KOG will be in fighting form with this composition. Payan, once he gets the Trinity on the clock, that'll be a big part for them, right? Zed can then just rely on maybe being a little bit more of an assister, just throwing out the traction pulls to set things up. You're already seeing, too, even despite 33 dying twice, he's quite tanky already, right? That's what the Alice has showed us now back-to-back games.
They catch him, okay. Now, already, Daytona's Hour's already been thrown out as they knock up forward with Guiding Wind, blazing through it all towards Shark's side. Zed, he's getting some good damage, but nobody is going down just yet. KZen, the first to fall. Just too many stats. Appraiser's Wrath onto 33. Gets it to the back line, but Shark able to dodge out of the way just in time. Ring of Punishment to slow the rest down, and 8-7 have covered themselves from every angle.
Man, really good team fighting presence from Alpha 7. They dissipated from the fight. They spread out enough for them not to get collapsed on. Look at this. Daytona's welcome. They said go. KOG wanted to make a play. They end up fighting into this crutch here around the real world manipulation. Payan went in. Good damage with the Blazing Duet, but by the time he goes back, again, Shark survived. They weren't too worried about it, and they're tanky enough and ahead enough in terms of itemization that they keep themselves into that fight. No one falls into that.
Yep, which begs the question. 7.2K, one of the biggest leads we've seen here in this match between A7 and KOG. Let's pull up the item list to see how far they truly are, because that's Thunderbolt. That's fleeting time already for Shark. On the opposite side, first item completions are through, but we don't have the Trinity from Payan.
Man, the jungle gap, especially here. Best player 1 because he's 4-0-5, tanky enough to deal with a lot. Eventually, that might not be such a big factor. The Lord is up right now, so they're going to go ahead and start this up. Alpha 7, Shark, and Naz will make their way. Shark very quick on this Kaja. They might potentially just go for a pick-off, use a Divine Judgment, get a numbers advantage to work with. They can take their time with it. We'll see if Naz goes and plays the long lane, puts some pressure there. see who from KOG decides to go and deal with it.
Yep.
They'll take their time.
They should set it up. They honestly should play to set it up because best player, his itemization is great. Chastise Pauldron into the Radiant Armor. They're trying to rush in, and now the conceal comes through. RWM is the first to come out. They're trying to get the Lord. Cold World! How? He steals the Lord and Zia takes out KZen. Now with the Zavin force, they continue to press on forward as Nats finds one into Zed. Guiding Wind is able to find a trade backwards, but this is not what they were looking for KOG. And best player, Energy Eruption doesn't connect, but it's okay because Zia puts him in his back pocket.
Cold World. It's a cold world right now for KOG. 33 will be able to gleam away, but can he actually get away with his life? He's caught under the turret. He's getting cleaned up. Lord charges into the mid.
Oh no, KOG, after that one fight and a Lord of Steel, they might just be seeing shadows in their rooms, and they'll have the name A7 as they're looking to crack down on every single inhibitor. First with the mid, and now with the top side. They don't have the Zamin force. They might have to back away here. Nile, he's looking for an opportunity. Pulls in, KZ to the back. Daytona's welcome combination connects. And he spits Cold World into nothingness. And Shark, he's already slowed it out. Praises Wrath. This is now a bad fight. The RWM catches them in the net and it's over. That's it.
Alpha 7 come back for the fight. KOG with 3 members trying to defend, but it won't be enough as Alpha 7 looks to clean things up.
Oh, the wave! It gets cleared up just in time! But at what cost? And the next wave is here! Alpha 7, 19 kills to close out this game. GG, well played.